G'day everybody, I'm Wayne. Welcome to the shed, welcome to my channel. Going to be putting a King's Domin8r winch on today. Been down at the Supacentre and spent a little bit of money. I really wanted the winch, not really because I'm going to use it very often, but more for insurance purposes. I go fishing a bit on my own. I do a lot of the trucks. I've got Fraser and Morton and Stratty, mostly Stratty at the moment, but my plans are to get to Fraser and Morton on a more regular basis and do a bit of fishing in those areas. So this just get me out of the poo should I be on my own, and it's certainly a top quality box that it comes in. It almost makes you want to keep this box and use it as a storage container. It's very thick cardboard. So first out of the box, the remote control the winch. That's the controller that the remote plugs into. That mounts on the front of the bull bar. And in the little packets that follow, you've got the winch shackle, the nuts and bolts, the instructions, and the earth wire. So if you're fitting a bull bar and you're going to get a winch, it might pay you to have a quick squeeze and make sure you're not going to have to remove your bull bar again to put the winch on. So, and that will be the case with mine. So we shall put this winch on before we put the bull bar on. Might actually read the instructions. So first up, we've got the little insert nuts. They're a square nut that just pushes into a slot there. If you're pushing it up into your bumper bar and they're a bit slippery, use a little bit of grease and just get them to stick in there. But these ones are quite sticky and they have no trouble at all staying in there for me. So it's in free spool. The rope comes out at the bottom. Throw this up. Ropes at the bottom, and tighten the bolts up. So I've just put the winch into position. I'll get these bolts started and pull the bumper bar, turn the bumper bar over and tighten from the front. I'll tighten all the bolts down and locate it, and then I'll take the bottom bolts out and put the guiding plate on after the top bolts are tight. That way when I put the bottom bolts back in, they should just go straight back in without any interference at all. They'll be in perfect position. One thing for sure is you don't be worried about doing the electrics in relation to this. It's a very, very easy install. All the wirings are color coded, so you just yellow on yellow, black on black and red on red. And the other two wires go to the batteries. There's one skinny wire, and that's a solenoid wire that runs to earth with the battery wire. Pick a spot on your bumper bar that's out of the way to mount your regulator. At the end of the day, this controller box or regulator or whatever you want to call it, it can be mounted anywhere as long as it's in Kui based on the length of your wires. I've put it up one end of my bumper bar. I may move it later on into the middle. Just depends on whether I get spotlights or not. Most likely we'll get spotlights and we'll move it, but at this stage, put it right down the end. Go straight through the back into a hole. It's just perfect position for it. You have to use your own nuts and bolts for this. It doesn't actually come in the packet with nuts and bolts for mounting. If you get anything at all out of this video, hit that like button for me. It really does help the channel. And subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any questions at all, down in the comments field and I will reply. They're all marked black to black, red to red, yellow to yellow. The other one's an earth. Back to the battery, and for the little skinny wire, which is an earth for the solenoid. When you tighten them, just make sure you tighten them so the wire is away from the rope, so you've got no issues with the wires touching the rope when it's in use. Big black wire, this is the earth that goes up to the battery. And your little skinny wire that comes out of the controller, it's for the solenoid. You can go on this one, it's just an earth. Righto. They go up to your battery and we're away. Quite an easy install. I might just grab a zip tie and tie them all up while we fit the bumper bar. I just got a little clip to do there. Probably straight up through there, up into the engine bay, to the battery. See, they're just coming over that cross member. Positive goes up to the battery. They go straight across in front of the radiator above the center bracket, just to keep it away from the actual winch, and around, and you'll find the indicator lights go through a hole in the guard, and I used the same hole. It's quite a big hole. That big ass fuse there, that's the one for the winch. Don't forget to run your winch out almost all the way. Put a bit of tension on, even use your car, and pull your car forward while guiding that rope back on, just to put a bit of tension on the rope. Winch is on and working.